What's going on, guys? I'm back again with another video on the Subaru Impreza. Like I said on my last video, I haven't really driven the car at all or moved it, just because I've had a power steering leak, and even though I already kind of tore everything down as far as I needed to kind of take this rack and pinion out, that's basically where it was leaking, and I'm gonna just give you guys a rundown of where I started. And I mean, I wasn't really planning to take this whole thing apart, but I guess once you kind of get started, you feel kind of comfortable, and that's what happened. So like I said, this is my rack and pinion. A lot of this is just very greasy and looks like crap, but let me see. So that's the passenger side, and then this is the driver's side over here. But where I first started was in the middle. In the middle you have basically these two holes, and then there's two in the back, and basically it's this bracket that sits underneath, and it holds it up. There's four bolts that are holding that up. So once I got that taken down, so like I was saying, I got that taken down, 4 bolts that are 12 millimeters, and I'll show you guys where I had a little issue. So this is the oil pan, and then there's basically these 2 holes, and then this is one of the nuts that was up there, and this top one was up on the top, and I on the other ones was able to kind of just break it loose, and they are really hard. If you've never taken them off, you'll hear it snap. But basically this one on here on the top was spinning, so I wasn't able to take these 2 front ones off. So then what I did was I put the 12 millimeter wrench, a small one, on the top, and then I used my ratchet with a 12 millimeter, and both my hands, you know, one on the bottom, and spinning it with the basically ratchet. Once I did that, I was basically also looking on a YouTube video to get a better idea on what to do. I then basically removed let me find them really quick. Removed these brackets. There's a bracket right here, and then a bracket up in the front where this basically will end up going to the top of the frame, I would say. And there's 2 brackets, and I took those down, and once I got those down, I want to say those are 14 millimeter bolts. Broke those loose, and then this assembly was, the rack and pinion was a little bit loose, and then it came down to trying to figure out, this is I don't even know what this is called, but basically it goes up to your steering wheel, and I broke it loose. Give me a second, I'm gonna show you guys where it gets attached to. So basically this is a steering column assembly, and I loosened this bolt up. I used my impact with a 12 millimeter, and just basically spun that off. And once that was off, I banged, well, right around here, and I hit that up. I was hitting it upwards because this shaft goes in, and once you got those two brackets that I was just talking about loose, it lets it drop just a little bit, and then you could just get a flat head, a long pry bar, and then just smack this up. Be careful. I kind of screwed up. I ended up hitting the threads, but once you got that done, it'll end up coming down, or you'll wiggle it out. And then honestly, I still wasn't really sure on how far I wanted to go with this, but let me go back out around the car and show you what was next. So this is the driver's side, and then what I did was knock these tie rod end loose. This basically goes into here, and then you have a cotter pin, and then the bolt that holds it in. And if you give me a second, I'll kind of give you a look. So normally this goes kind of like this. Let me try to, I'm using my knee to hold it up for you guys. This is threaded on normally, and then there's a hole right in here where this gets driven through. Once you have this nut driven down, you'll slide it across. So the point is to remove this out and then spin the nut. It's a 19 millimeter, and it shouldn't be too hard to take it out or drop this down, but if it is, just grab a hammer and smack this. So once you've done that, hopefully it should drop, or just use some PB blaster. It's kind of what I used after I got that nut, this bolt off, or nut. I was right on the first shot there, but anyways, yeah, nut off, squirt that shit in there, and then I did the same thing to the other side. I'll come over here. I did the same here. Like I said, I've not driven the car and it's rained and stuff, so yeah, this has to get fixed here too. I'll probably need to put new ones. And it goes right in here. And then I also spun the tie rod end off with the crescent wrench. You get a crescent wrench on this side, and then one on that nut over there, and then you just back that out. So once I got that done, I was just then struggling with these lines, the power steering lines right here. You got this one that goes to the power steering itself, and then you've got one that goes to your reservoir underneath, right here. I would say if you're gonna do this, it's fine. I kind of did that at the last part. You could probably begin this whole process from just loosening these up. There's a bolt that holds this here. I've apparently not had it, so it made it easy for me to remove these threads. Let me get under here. There's these lines that are basically these lines right here, run down through here, and connect to these right here. So like I was saying, there's a nut that I was missing, so it kind of helped with this down here because I was able to drop them through this hole, and then I had access right around here with the crescent wrench, and I was able to take that off. So that's, you know, an idea for you guys as well. Just take off that bolt, and then you could let it hang lower. The other thing too I forgot to mention is you'll have to take off your headers. I mean, at least I did. It wasn't that hard for mine to come off. So that was the whole process, and basically I kind of found out that this nut right here that goes up into here was loose. I found that out from the beginning because I took the wheels off, and my leak was, you know, coming through this line, and it would drip onto my headers and just smoke like a train. So once I got the wheels off, I spun this nut by hand, so hopefully I could just tighten that up again. I'm gonna try to just clean all this up, and hopefully that fixes the issue. I will think, or I would say that it should, because it was really always leaking down through this line. I had this Subaru on jack stands for quite a while, and I would see that it just would pour down this line. So if anything, just stay tuned, and hopefully that kind of gave you an idea of what I'm doing or how to do it if you decide to. The whole thing here was, I never really planned to actually take the rack and pinion out, but I haven't completely, I want to say, just because, like I said, that line right there itself was loose, and I don't really want to go and buy a new one, which is like almost 300 and something bucks at Napa. So thanks for watching, guys, and just put anything in the comments below if you've got a question. So hope you have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching.